pack a bowl, my friend. And don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend. And then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you? Welcome back in, y'all. Happy Sunday to you. Supposed to be the day that we set aside to relax. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it does not happen. But it is good to see you either way, y'all. Today we're going to give away my prototype keychain / pipe rest to those of you that put your name in the hat. And then we'll just shoot from the hip at that point, y'all. Today I am smoking my Molina. This is a nose warmer, about as nosiest of warmers that I have ever owned, y'all. This, in fact, I would say it's a little too close to the nose. By the time you get in there, I mean, it's probably about, the bowl of this pipe is probably about an inch away from my nose. Well, maybe a little, maybe about 2 inches away from my nose. This definitely goes down as a big no-no if you are Greg Tunnel. A little too close to the face there for his comfort, and a little bit for myself. I may be making a new stem for this soon. I got vacation coming up here, y'all, in the first week of April. I may take some time out, definitely to make a stem or two for myself. And one of them will probably be for this pipe right here. Like I said, it's from Molina. It's a very interesting briar, y'all. It's got great markings, and just a very short acrylic stem. But one thing I've noticed about this pipe, y'all, is it's just easy to clean. It's a joy to clean. So easily cleaned up. The stem, being as short as it is, easy to scrub out. And the pipe shines up when I shine it up. Easy to hold in the hand. I do like this small little extension of the bowl down here. Seems like one of your fingers can just cup around it right there, and then the other one on top along with your thumb. It's just a nice way to hold the pipe. I like it. I like it a lot, y'all. I do, like I said, though, I do believe I'm going to make just a slightly longer stem, probably about an inch longer. I don't know if I'll do it fishtail or P-lip. I'll decide in the moment is what'll happen. In the bowl today is just simply some Haunted Bookshop, y'all. For those of you that know about Haunted Bookshop. Very good blend, Perique blend, Burley's, Virginia's. Good stuff, y'all. Good stuff, in my opinion. If you're an aromatic smoker, you probably won't like it. But if you're a traditional tobacco smoker, I definitely say give it a try. Ribbon cut, very good one. It's becoming, not always has been, but becoming one of my go-to blends, along with Old Joe Krantz here, brown label. And then, of course, the old favorite Sinead's Cake. Sinead's Cake is great. I love the blend, y'all. As y'all know, for many of you that have been with me for quite some time, you know I love that blend. But it is a cake, and so you do have to rub it out. You do have to then let it dry for just a little bit of time before you put it in the bowl. It's a Perique heavy blend. But Haunted Bookshop and also the Old Joe Krantz brown label are a ribbon cut, basically ready to go, ready to put in the pipe. If I had to say, there's very little difference between these two blends and Sinead's Cake, other than Sinead's Cake is a cake. So it all depends. Do I want a slightly richer flavor but willing to wait for it to dry out a little bit after I've rubbed it out into my Tobacco Valet, that would be Sinead's Cake. If I'm ready to just grab something, get it out of my pouch, that's where I'll just roll with some ready to go ribbon cut from either Old Joe Krantz or Haunted Bookshop. And I really don't care. Either one's fine. It just all depends on what they got in stock at the time. I really wanted to get some Old Joe Krantz last time, but they were all out of stock out of the 8-ounce tins. So I went ahead and got the Haunted Bookshop. It works just fine. Works just the same way. They both burn good, burn just fine, and I enjoy the flavors of Heavy Perique blends. That was perfect. I just ran out of fuel right at the last moment. Bam. Well, we can fill it up here in a minute. If not, I got my lighter that Mr. Robo Stevo gave me. I do enjoy it. That's a sideways lit Zippo lighter, but it's gas filled versus the liquid filled. Still enjoying that, Mr. Stevo. Thanks so much. And it stays on my desk mainly, because it's a pretty little thing. Just sits there on my desk, looks pretty until I need it. Out of the way, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and just take a quick peruse over to my last video and write down those who wanted to put their name in the hat for the keychain slash pipe rest that I told y'all we were gonna go ahead and give out. Now that, like I said, it's my prototype, and it seems like a number of you have voiced your opinion and said you like it. So, but I had some really good comments on it though, some really good criticism, which was done in a very good manner, and I do thank y'all, those of you that gave me critiques on it. And I had a number of great ideas from viewers, and one, of course, I think was pretty obvious. One viewer had said to make it a little shorter, possibly between the distance here. A lot of people don't like a very long keychain, and that's true. That can be very true. So basically, short it up, go from rivet to rivet with the keychain, and that's definitely could be done. Another one, I had never thought about this, but say you're a pipe smoker and you enjoy a good cigar once in a while, was to cut a half round into the area so you could, rest your cigar on it. I don't know, y'all. I don't really smoke cigars. Once in a great while, if I'm with a friend and he's got one and he offers it to me, I'll smoke it. But for the majority of the time, I'm smoking a pipe. It's just the way it is. But some great feedback on it. I do appreciate each and every one of you that gave me some feedback on it. But it's a good deal. I had fun making this. I do like it. I personally don't mind a longer keychain, personally myself. But I do think that maybe shortening it up would be a good idea. Definitely a good idea. But we're going to be giving that away. We're going to run over to my video real quick. It was last week's video. I told you all put your hat in for the prototype. And I believe I'm going to read through them again real quick just to make sure, because I do have a propensity to overlook some people sometimes in their comments when they said I'm in, which is very funny. Mr. Youssef put his in all caps this time because I missed him once. He put in caps, I'm in, So we're going to run over there real quick, y'all, and make sure. So this was last week's video, new pipe rest idea and talk is what from last week. And so 6 days ago, y'all can see that. And I think there was, I'm going to read through it again, but I believe there's only 4 of y'all that put your name in the hat, and that's fine. But we'll look here real quick again. Challenger Dart says good video basically. Tunnel Take, great advice. Mr. St. David says great chat. Tunnel Take comes back in again. Okay, so Mr. Tunnel Take is our first one. He says I am in. Well, I am in right there on the keychain. So Mr. Greg from the Tunnel Take is number one on the list there. Mr. Mark Cox comes in and says, good job. I definitely take that as a compliment because Mr. Greg Cox is a fellow leather worker. So if he says good job, then that's good. That's good. He's very talented, y'all. I enjoy seeing his work when we get a chance to see it. Mr. Youssef Saeed comes in and right there, sticking out, y'all, says, I'm in, with the old little crossed fingers. So he is in, and he is number two on the list there. So got another friend says he likes the keychain, but did not go in. That's fine. SN Hall says he likes the idea also. Mr. Ronnie Adams comes in, says put me in the drawing. So there you go. So Mr. Ronnie Adams is number three. And then we're going to go on, and Mr. Dennis Albers, of course, comes in and says, I like it, great idea, and put me in for one. All right, so there you go. Mr. Dennis Albers would be number 4. And then we go on and we find, now I believe I am saying this name right. Mr. Johan Matuzzi. I probably didn't say that last name wrong. I mean, I probably didn't say it right. But Johan Matuzzi. Either way, it's a, I really don't do this, y'all, and I need to start doing this. First off, I've never asked anybody to subscribe to my channel. I've never asked for you to hit that bell and that like button and all that stuff. I think that's basically common sense now. If you're on YouTube, you know what to do. And if it strikes you that you want to subscribe, well, that's up to you. If you like the content, you give it a thumbs up and all that good stuff, y'all. I've never done it, and I've never really welcomed properly to the channel new subscribers, and I've never done that really, and I think I need to start doing that, y'all. I feel very honored right now. And by the way, y'all, that's all of it. We have 4 people in the drawing. But Mr. Johan, I believe was from Sweden. Yeah. And then we have Lecter Dawn. Wait, okay, right here. Mr. Okay. M-A-R-A Boo. So Marabou is what I'm going to say. Marabou says hi from Moscow, from Russia, y'all. I do believe that would be my first subscriber or viewer from Russia, my first one. So I feel honored right there. Yeah, so it is nice to know that other people outside the continental United States enjoy my content, and I'm honored and welcome to all of you all that are recently new. I do appreciate y'all, and I hope you enjoy what it is I'm talking about or whatever it is I'm doing. But I did want to say welcome, and y'all, I love people from all over the world. In the military, I got to go all over the world, and I feel very blessed for that opportunity. In my 20 years of service, I've been to Europe, I've been to Asia, I've been all over the place. And, you know, you meet good people everywhere you go. Y'all, there is no bad countries. There's only bad governments. There's good people everywhere you go, rich in culture, rich in history. Um, and for the most part, y'all, just really good people. Uh, there are some people in different countries that listen to the propaganda, and they think that Americans can be a little bit on the bad side. And but what they need to understand is the American people are good people. It's the governments. Now, like I said, most countries, almost all, every part of the world, good people, but bad people in charge of that country, which makes people think that everyone's bad, and that's not true. That's not true at all. So I've met good people from all around the world, some that I still keep in touch with, and just wonderful, y'all. Good. The world's good. Good people, y'all. Just bad governments, corrupt governments, and terrible. And then some governments are not so bad. Um, Either way. But welcome once again, and welcome nonetheless. See, now I got a good feedback here from the Pork Roll Piper. Um, he was the one that came in and said to put a couple half rounds to rest your cigar in there. Um, and then the other one, here's another one in here, basically said to make it a little smaller. I do believe that, yeah, that's Lecter Dawn, I believe. Yeah, yeah, Lecter Dawn came in, said make it a little bit smaller, and that's good. That's good feedback. Good feedback. Um, and that's probably something I'll do in the future. But either way, y'all, let's get on over to the number generator, and we'll give this my prototype away. Um, and like I said, number one is Mr. Greg Tunnel. Number two is Youssef Saeed from South Africa. Number three is Mr. Ronnie Adams. And number four is Mr. Dennis Albers. So we only had four, y'all. That's pretty good odds to those of you that are playing. And so you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, for some reason, they left part of the wheel blank. So if for some reason we hit on a blank, we'll spin again, of course. And get that given out. Oh, by the way, those that were waiting for their tobacco pouches and other things here in the United States, they got them. All three of them got them. So I was happy to hear about that. Now we're just waiting on Charles there in the UK to get his. Probably take about a couple weeks to a month, I figure. But that was good. Little update on that. Let me get this pipe lit up. Also drinking coffee, y'all. Black Rifle. Black Rifle Coffee is the one I've been subscribed to for years now. We love their coffee, y'all. There's lots of great coffee out there, but we have a subscription where they send us so much each month, and it'd be Black Rifle. So love that. That's what's in the cup, y'all. Um, all right, let's get this wheel spun. It says click to spin. We're gonna go ahead and click it. Okay, so that is number 3, as y'all can see. Well, look at there. That would be Mr. Ronnie Adams. Mr. Ronnie Adams. There you go. I believe I still have your address, sir. Um, I'll look for it. If for some reason I don't, I'll email you and we'll get it again. But thanks for playing, y'all. That's how it works. That's how the wheel turns. And Mr. Ronnie Adams has won this keychain. So congratulations there, sir. Get back out here. All right. So, yep, that is for the keychain slash pipe rest. And that'll come your way here soon, Mr. Ronnie Adams. I'll get to the post office here sometime this week, and we'll get that in the mail to you. But either way, y'all, not too much has been going on here lately. I mean, I've got an ongoing project ever since my truck um got hit and was in the shop. I decided it's an '08 truck, y'all, and I love this truck. I love it. I got 170,000 miles on it. It's a Toyota Tundra, so you know it's going to run for an awfully long time. But I decided this year was the year to do a lot of maintenance that I had kind of been neglecting on it. And I did some of that today. I changed my differential oil on the differential there, and I changed out my power steering oil. I've got brand new shocks to put on the front, but that's going to be a better part of a day job there because they're coilover shocks. So I got to pull the coils out, compress them, and pull the shocks out. For those of you that have done that before, know about it. um, and yes, I do have the compression tool. The Widowmakers, they call it. If you don't use them right, those springs will come apart and tear your head off. Um, but I've been a mechanic for 38 years, y'all, so I'm good to go. I'm good to go. I mean, I do some crazy shit, but um, I'm good to go. And then I'm gonna do a full brake job on her here. Like first week of April, I've got vacation, and set aside a day or two to work on the truck and get her all done up. So I did. I got a little head start today, y'all. I did some oil, some fluid changes, and you know what was amazing? At 170,000 miles, I was dropping the differential oil, and it came out just as clear and just as beautiful, I'm sure, as the first day it went in. And I almost felt like I should plug it up real quick and continue to use it because it was just beautiful. I couldn't believe it. I was amazed. I've had this truck since she was new. Um, and so, but I also looked at the magnet on the drain plug, and it had a little bit of, just a small amount of fine metal slivers on it, and that's its job. It did its job, but nothing, to show me that any heavy wear was happening, and especially since the oil wasn't really dark at all. So I was very impressed with that. But we went ahead and drained it. I put some synthetic 75, 90 weight in there, and so she's fresh now. Power steering was dark. Went ahead and pulled it out, put some synthetic in there. But so this year, I'm going to pay a lot of love and a lot of attention to my truck. Keep her going for as long as she can possibly go. Y'all, have you seen the prices of trucks? Just outrageous. So there's no way I want to even think or entertain about getting a new truck. I love my old truck. She's just a friend, y'all. Every time you get up in that cab, it's just like a friend that's welcoming you home. She runs great. It's never left me stranded. I love that truck. So we're going to take care of her really good this year. Um, and that's what I'm gearing up to do. Another thing that I noticed, y'all, that I just wanted to talk about for just a moment before I let y'all go is programmed responses. Programmed responses. Well, what is a programmed response, Johnny? What are you talking about? Um, and so let me give you an example of that. If I was to walk up to you during a day and I'd say, well, good morning, how are you? Now, the natural response that most people will give you is, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? Um, this is a programmed response. We all do it. Whether or not you're fine, whether or not you care, it's just something that flows out. And of course, there are other ways of saying it. I'm doing good, thanks. Hey, I'm fine. How about you? There's different ways to do it, but they're all programmed responses, depending upon your vocabulary, depending upon your culture and where you're from. You may have different ways of doing it. I mean, uh, Spanish and German are two of the languages that I dabble in, and it's the same thing. Spanish, you would say buenos dias, which is basically good day, and they would say buenos dias back to you. Or you could say como estás tú hoy, which is basically how are you doing today, and they'd say bueno, bien, bien, whatever. So they're all programmed responses. Wie geht es Ihnen? Was ist los? Schönes Tag, guten Tag in German. Of course, they'd come back, danke, guten Tag. Thank you. Good day to you too. Um, but these are all programmed responses. Now, what I'm getting at here, y'all, is every once in a while, I told y'all way back when that I am my one of my hobbies is psychology. I'm not formally trained in it, but I am fascinated with the way the human brain works, with the way the mind thinks and responds to stimulus and the things around it. Um, so what I'm saying is that the program response. I like to do little experiments every once in a while, especially when the mood hits me. My wife don't like it too much, y'all, because I'll do it um, at you know it's an embarrassing way when I do it sometimes because people aren't ready for it. They're just not ready. They're ready for that programmed response. One thing that I like to do here is when you go to the cash register, especially here um, in the United States, it seems like most people they'll greet you and they'll say, "Hello, how you doing? Um, did you find everything you needed?" Um, Now, first off, I would think to myself, if I didn't find everything I needed, I'd still be out there looking for it, right? And I get what they're saying, but I like to come across and break it up. And I'd say, no, I was looking for $1 million and I couldn't find it. Can you help me? And they kind of stop and they don't know how to react. And then some of the ones that are fast and witty will go, nope, but if you find it, let me know. Things of that nature. I like to break up that programmed response. Um, Another good one here in the United States, y'all, is when you go through the drive-through of a fast food restaurant. Majority of the time, people will say, um, "Hello, how you doing? How can I help you? What can I get for you today? Whatever." So, but when they say, "Hello, how are you doing?" Well, you don't care how I'm doing. You don't even know me. So what I like to do is catch them off guard. When they say, "How you doing?" I say, "Well, I'm not doing so good. I got this rash on my testicles that's itching me something fierce. Oh my God. But other than that, I think I'm all right." And of course, the speaker goes a little silent for a moment and they say, "What can I get for you?" And, so I give them my order. Now, here's the kicker. When I get up to the cash register, I mean, to the window there to give them my card, I'll usually have my hands in my pocket and I'll go, oh, because, I just told them I had a bad rash on my testicle. And then I pull my hand out and I grab my card and I'll give them my card with that same hand. And they kind of reach over, oh, and they take the card. They don't know what to do, y'all. They don't know maybe if to pull back and get some hand sanitizer or what. uh, it's crazy, y'all. I mean, well, you asked how I was doing. I mean, what if you asked somebody who was getting ready to commit suicide? Might be good. You could save them from that. But either way, are you ready for the response? Is it going to be a programmed response or is it going to be a genuine response? Um, and I do it quite often, especially with people at work who are just, you know, "Hey John, how you doing?" "I'm not doing too good today, y'all. I'm just not doing," and they kind of look at you like, "Well, I want to keep walking by, but I feel I need to stop because you might have more to say. Maybe you're gonna tell me what's wrong. Hopefully not." um, but people are looking for that quick programmed response, and I have a tendency not to give them that programmed response because it's disingenuous, y'all. It's not genuine at all. I'm the type of one that will give you a genuine response. If you ask me how I'm doing, I might just tell you that I'm not doing that well. I didn't sleep very well last night, or man, I'm just aching from a hard day's work yesterday, or whatever. I might give you a genuine response. Versus most people are looking for that program response. So you have to be ready for that if you meet me in person. That might happen. Um, but yeah, sometimes it's comical, y'all. Sometimes it's funny. And sometimes I actually mean what I'm saying. Um, but those are program responses. Y'all do a little experiment with yourself and be aware of these program responses, and then ask yourself, do they really mean it? Or are they just throwing it out there because that's what we're supposed to do? That's what we're trained to do as a human being in our culture. We come back with a certain programmed response. It's kind of interesting to, um, you know, be aware of those things, and then sometimes be a little playful with it also. See what people are ready to, I mean, I have caught people way off guard, y'all, sometimes. Um, and they just don't know what to do. They just don't know what to do. Sometimes they laugh, sometimes they walk away going, wow, that was weird. Yeah, well, there you go. Um, be ready for it. But anyways, y'all, I am going to let y'all go. Once again, Mr. Ronnie Adams, congratulations to that pipe rest. We're gonna roll around here uh, next time, and who knows, y'all? Maybe we'll do another pipe wrap. Um, we've already done stems. Now maybe I'll do a shortened version of this keychain. I don't know, y'all. Whatever hits me. I do know that what you see behind me here, that all's getting torn down. My man cave's gonna get torn down. I had to be honest with myself, y'all. I just don't use it enough to warrant keeping it around. So what I'm turning this area into now is going to be my craft room. I'm in a very cramped room right now for my crafting, and this room right here will give me a lot more room. And so this is all going to get torn down, and it is very possible the next video you see, you won't see any of this. You'll see sewing machines and cutting boards and everything I use for crafting. That is possible, and that's fine. That's good. My little area here will still be the same. The rest of it possibly will not. But either way, y'all, I hope you have a good week coming up here. As good as can be, right? Once again, welcome to the new subscribers, and we hope you stick around. Have a little fun with us here, and either way, thanks so much. But take care of yourselves, y'all. Until next week, we'll see ya. Pack a bowl, my friend, and don't forget to pass that blend. Pack it up, my friend, and then we'll ride up and we'll smoke in the ashes in the end. Pack a bowl, my friend. Pass me that blend, would you?